Alright guys, yeah, I'm coming at you here, and what I got going on is that this 455 with this Quadrajet, you know, I wanted to go back with the Quadrajet. You know, they get much better gas mileage, and actually these carburetors are either 750 or 800 CFM, it's according to which one you got. The ones with the hump in the middle, inside the carburetor, when you tear it apart or when you look down, I did that in another video, but if it's got that hump on the inside in there, it's 800. But these are 750s. Most other carburetors that you get out of Brock, they're only 600. So these carburetors, if they running right, they're gonna give you good gas mileage while you're cruising, or, you know, running normal, and they really gonna get up for you when they you know, when you get on them. So what I'm having is a bargain issue. It runs beautiful, you know, it burns rubber, it gets up and go, it's all but when I just put my foot in it, either at a dead stop or when I'm cruising and I go in to kick the passing gear in, it'll bog out. So guys, I'm gonna come in. I was gonna go back out to A Plus and let him play with it, but I want to try to learn, so I'm gonna play with it myself. But I got it marked. Let me come in here and show you real quick. If you see right here, I got a white dot, and what it is that I gotta move, let me pull this in, I gotta move that screw to adjust the secondaries here. And what I'm gonna do is just turn it a quarter of a turn, and then I'm gonna test run it. That don't get it, I'll go a half a turn. If it gets any worse, then I'm gonna take it back out and let the guy at A Plus, he just couldn't get me in this weekend, and then I'll let him play with it. But so I just want to show you here. Right here you got a Allen, a little bolt here, screw with a Allen head screw on it. So you want to loosen that up. Then when you loosen that up, and then this screw here, you can turn that to adjust that. Then you tighten this back down, and that's for your secondaries there, guys. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna get this thing turned 1/4 of a turn and tighten it back down, and then test run this thing. It haven't been fired up today yet, guys, so I'm gonna just turn this, and cause me firing it up ain't gonna have nothing to do with those secondaries. So when I turn that screw and tighten that down, it's not gonna matter with the starting of the car. It's just when you run in the car that you're gonna have that bogging, you know, bogging out. So let me come in here and loosen this up here. Alright, so I got my Allen screw up under here. I just want to loosen this up while I can turn this screw. Alright, I'm hoping I'm not in the camera here, but you loosen that up. This thing wants to move on you right away. So you most definitely don't need the car running while you're doing this. So I'm gonna snug this up tight. Alright, so this thing, what happened here? Oh, I gotta put a clip I gotta put a clip on here. I gotta search through and find a clip for the choke there. This thing hasn't been started in a couple of days, so let me fire this thing up. So it's firing up good. It's got the battery drag a little bit there, but it's firing up just fine. It's been a few days since I fired it up. So let me let this thing warm up some, and then I'm gonna hit it a couple of times and see how that throttle response, that secondary, is working. Well, the meter's idling real good. So like I said, I haven't been ran in a few days. And I'm gonna let it warm up some. I'm gonna take it out here and disturb the neighbors a little bit. Don't want to be burning rubber and stuff, but you gotta try to figure out if this thing is running right. So I'm gonna take it up and down the block a few times and see if the neighbors call the police on me. So I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna try to hit it a few times and see how this thing is running. So I'm gonna check it all out here, guys. I adjusted that secondary and I'm gonna see what's going on with this. She running like a scolding dog. Just from that little adjustment, I think she's good. Alright guys, hey. Just from that little adjustment. Now I'm gonna play with it on and off a little more because it still got a slight hesitation to it. But it's running 80% better than before I adjusted that. So, man, it ain't no seals in here, the floor plug's out. By the time I got down to the end of the box, the whole cab was filling up with smoke. Man, telling you, she running good. See if the police gonna show up here, walk up in here to neighbors. If they do, I'm gonna put them on camera. hey, I don't do it all the time, but I gotta see if this thing is gonna run right. So it's running 80% better. I'm gonna play with the adjustments a little more, but where it is right now, I'm halfway happy, but I'm gonna play with it just a little more, guys. Hey, all things Buick, man, these Rochester carburetors, it's the way to go. I'm telling you, you do those Rochesters, forget the Edelbrocks and the Harleys, the original equipment, unless you're racing, just right for these cars. It's gonna burn gas, it's gonna give you good fuel mileage. They only get 8 miles to the gallon anyway. Why you only want to do 3 or 4? Alright guys, so hey, I got this, I did that little quarter of a turn on this carburetor. Now I was talking to my guy Dwayne, he was saying, oh, you get a car rebuilt, you're supposed to be able to just throw it on and it's supposed to run right away. Now you got to do little fine adjustments with the air and gas mixture, guys. All they do is set them. They set them, they're gonna run when you get them rebuilt. But to get that car running right, if you send the carb in and you got your engine totally rebuilt, and you give them the specs, you put this cam in, you did this, you did that, you went 30 over, and I'm gonna be pushing 450 horse. Then they'll set that carb up for 450 horse. They'll put the jets in, they'll do everything that it needs to do to run that. Now, this is still factory. He set this carb up at the carb lab to run from the original specs. Well, this engine, I don't even know how many miles on this engine. So the cam lobes could be a little wore. You know, I put a new timing chain in it, but the cam could be a little wore. You know, the engine is old. You know, I don't know how many miles was on it. So when I get it, you have to do little fine adjustments to get it to run to what your engine is running at. So with this one, it started up just fine. One start, I don't have to start it up a second and third time to get it running. Everything was adjusted good, just that secondary. When I go to hit the gas at a dead stop, it wouldn't burn rubber, it would stall, then it would pick up and burn rubber. Just that little quarter of adjustment that I put on there, I hit it now, it's burning rubber right away. So when you get those cars rebuilt, you still gotta fine tune them, and that's what I'm trying to learn, how to do this myself. And as I'm learning, I'm gonna try to teach you guys, because I called a lot of Buick guys, and none of them told me the secondary. I don't know if that's because they don't want to help me out or they just didn't know, because most guys run aftermarket carburetors on their car. And people don't like the Quadrajets. You know, they call them, you know, Quadrabog and all of that. That's because everybody's scared to play with them. Well, I'm always here to learn, guys, and I'm trying to help you out. Put the Quadrajets came from the factory, 750 horse. An Edelbrock is only 650. So automatically that Quadrajet is 100 CFMs more than the Edelbrock. I don't know what the Harleys are, you know, but the Quadrajets come from the factory, either 750 or 800 or 850. From the factory, according to which carb you got. If you can get them to run right, these carbs are the way to go, man. The Quadrajets, the guy down at the carb lab, he really hit it with this. And I called him. I said, well, why am I calling all these Buick guys? Nobody can tell me what to do. I said, let me call him back. I talked to him about 10 minutes. He told me, he said, your secondary. You got to adjust your secondary to run with your car. That's what I did this morning, guys. You see how it's running. I'm going to show you those burnouts one last time. All things Buick.